Yumiko Glover's work brings together the memory of the Asia-Pacific War with current-day nationalism. It highlights the cultural capital of the girl figure in Japanese popular culture and its power to cloud issues of gender and violence. As is evident from this group, Yumiko's work resonates across a number of disciplines, reaching from art history to anthropology to history and cultural studies. In my remarks, I would like to take up one particular strand of thought that ties together a critique of the military and militarism with patriotism and nationalism. In recent years, a number of scholars have noted the lack of scholarship on the increasing and permanent militarization of American society. Rosa Brooks, a professor of law at Georgetown University, notes in her Tales from the Pentagon that everything became war and the military became everything. What she means by that is Congress's reflexive preference for military solutions to civilian problems. And of course, the currently ongoing war against terror is one such example. Speaking from an anthropologist's angle, Catherine Lutz of Brown University noted that the US military has the largest budget of any contemporary and historical state, and that it has hundreds of thousands of troops and civilian employees spread out in more than 900 facilities in 45 countries and territories. And yet, anthropology has been remarkably silent regarding the question of US military power during 6 decades of what she calls an era of permanent war. And of course, one such country is Japan. Looking to contemporary Japan, one could speak of now 7 decades of an era of permanent peace, and an era where the military has become perhaps not everything, but a lot of different things except a war-making establishment. Article 9 of Japan's constitution provides in part that the Japanese people forever renounce war as a sovereign right of the nation and the threat or use of force in the settlement of international disputes. A horror of war has been a constitutive element in the Japanese populace's post-war disposition of peace. This disposition was impacted by the 1992 International Peace Cooperation Act that allowed Japan's military to participate in the first international peacekeeping operation in Cambodia. It was seriously challenged in 2004 when the law for the humanitarian aid and special measures in Iraq allowed the self-defense forces deployment to a war zone for the first time to help reconstitute the security of the Iraqi people's lives and establish the political entities on which democratic measures depend. But it has been the far-reaching revisions to Japan's national security laws that became effective at the end of March 2016 that authorize military action that would previously have been unconstitutional. And so I want to emphasize here that this is a very dramatic moment and potentially a very substantial shift for the Japanese self-defense forces in Japan international relations towards participation in a war.